Is there any differences between playing like a real human and a hologram?
Yes, it's so hard. I can't touch anything.
When they present the options during the fittings, I don't know who's more excited because they're just like, oh my God, wait until you try this on.
People who have never seen the show, they don't need to worry about having to catch up because it stands on its own.
Hi, everyone. Raymond, Caitlin, Ernie, I'm so excited to talk to you about the cult classic Quantum Leap being brought back.
Your name is Dr. Ben Song. You're from the year 2022. You leap into people to help them or someone around them, changing history for the better, no matter what happens.
Ben, look out!
I am going to be with you every step of the way until we get you home.
My understanding is it's been 30 years since Dr. Sam Beckett stepped into the accelerator and vanished, but I'm wondering if you can tell me more about what we can expect. Raymond, can you tell us a little bit more?
I think you can expect for there to be two parts to the story, one that supplements the other. You're seeing leaps and you're seeing the folks that facilitated this leap and the drama that is happening inside that world, as well as the drama that is happening in the leap. And so how those two stories supplement each other will be a very exciting part of this show particular.
Yeah, the thing that always struck me about this show, the original show, was how Sam got to leap from person to person and like essentially walk in somebody's shoes that was very much unlike himself. And I'm just wondering if that resonated with you guys. Like, do you think the world would be a kinder place if everybody got to leap into somebody else and experience their lives?
Yes.
Yes.
I think yes. For sure.
I'm wondering, in your personal lives, is there anything that you, sticking with the leaping theme, like really leapt into without hesitation, just felt immediately right and you just dove right in? Ernie, let's start with you.
Yeah, there are a few things that come to mind, though they weren't great leaps, though. But I think probably just deciding to be an actor was one of those things where you just, no hesitation, you just knew this is where you are and you need to be, and you go for it.
How about you, Caitlin?
That wasn't my experience at all. I was so stressed, but I do a lot of jumping. So, I mean, I probably also say when I left law school to be an actor, I jumped. I
think of Quantum Leap and I think of Sam's leather bomber jacket. That's like my immediate visual association. How is the fashion in this reboot? Is there any like fashion staples that we can look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, when they present the options during the fittings, like, I don't know who's more excited because they're just like, oh my God, wait until you try this on. And right now we're currently excavating the 70s. And so the lapels, like the prints, the tucked in, the pants, the shoes. And I mean, it's an energy that like you start putting on these clothes and they change you, right? And all of a sudden you're like, hey, I'm here now. Or like I'm wearing like a heisty person's clothes, and I'm like, I'm in a heist. I don't know. It's just really. I think that's the technical term.
A heisty
I'm pretty
person.
sure that's the technical term. Yeah,
definitely, for sure is.
Yeah,
and they go like this.
Yeah, and then, hey.
Caitlin, you play a hologram, I believe, in this rebooted version, right? Is that accurate?
Yeah. Yes.
You don't remember me.
I don't remember anything.
What the hell are you doing in the van?
I'm a hologram from the future.
We gotta go now!
I'll explain everything later. Just get in the van.
What do I do?
What do? You're the getaway man! Get us away, man!
You can do this, all right? Put it in first and punch him. You have 2 cop cars on his hill. You need to lose them.
I'd like that slower explanation now.
Is there any differences between playing like a real human and a hologram? Like, have you experienced any fun?
Yes, it's so hard. I can't touch anything. It's such a weird thing I never expected as an actor. You can't touch the environment. You can't be like it. It's a very interesting. It does exactly what it needs to do, which is it separates you from being fully immersed in the world. So it's like the relationship is real with Ben and Addison and, and everything that's happening back in HQ and when she's communicating with them. But I am very much a viewer, and trying to be as involved as you can. I feel like there's at times where I feel like I'm like a mom watching like a kid go do something and I can't stop them. Like, oh, good Lord, please don't hurt yourself. That's just what it's a really interesting, I didn't expect it to be quite as challenging as it ended up being.
What do you think fans of the original would really love about the show? And then new fans, what would draw them in?
Well, I think it's for the people who were fans of the show, I think they'll be very happy to know that we didn't veer off and try to create something totally different. And we didn't try to redo what was already done. I mean, this is 30 years later, but the elements, some of the basic stuff, the leaps are still there, which made that show very exciting. The relationship between the hologram and the doctor. There's an added dimension now because we see Ziggy the machine and we see the people that sort of pull it together. But I think they'll be very, very, if you enjoyed the first iteration, you definitely enjoy this. And for people who have never seen the show, they don't need to worry about having to catch up because it stands on its own. I think it's very exciting the way it is.
So in terms of like leaping forward and back, so to me, the only reason to go back in time for me would be like dinosaurs and to see like Nirvana Unplugged in New York live and in person in like 94. Wondering, would you guys take the option to go back or forward? And was there anything specific that you would love to see that you never experienced?
I do want to go forward just because I'm super curious. I'm just super curious. You know what I mean? Like, I just wonder what it's all going to look like in 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, what other technology I'm not going to understand?
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you, where I would want to see these epic concerts that, you know, I've heard these albums recorded live. I want to be there for that first electric guitar lick and then blew people's faces off. And they're just like, what is happening with my life? I want to be there for those iconic moments.
Caitlin, I saw on social media that you labeled yourself like a person in progress, and that really resonated with me. I think it was like the blurb of maybe your Instagram account. I'm just wondering if you could explain what that means to you and why, you know, you felt like putting that out there.
I think I'm a person that's done in my lifetime so far a lot of different things. And what I think I've taken from that is that I've grown so much as a person every time I've been thrust into a new environment with new people. I've grown so much, I've learned so much, I expanded so much, and I'm so grateful for that. And if there's anything I hope I don't lose throughout the rest of my life, it's that. Like just the ability to keep growing. And I feel like sometimes that's a choice, and it's a choice I want to remind myself to make.
So we know, obviously, we'll be watching your show in the fall, but wondering what you guys are watching now. Like, and if you're even watching, like, is TV your thing, or are you a more movie person, podcast, music? Like, what is your go-to entertainment these days?
All of the above. I just watched 13 Wives, the story about this, the Thai soccer team that got trapped in the caves. That was Succession. I'm waiting for it to come back on. Podcasts, I listen to many. Yeah, I guess I just consume a bunch of media. So yeah, all of it. Yeah.
How about you, Ernie? Are you more of a music, more of movie, TV?
I don't think there's anything on my playlist past 1968. But I watch TV because my wife watches TV. So if I'm going to spend time with her, it's kind of after dinner, we sit and watch different shows, usually whatever she's watching. Yeah, TV, music, no, not podcasts.
They're the future. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So.
I've always been a big TV fan. I was from a big TV family. So that's another reason I like the fall. There's always like the new fall shows coming out, which is exciting. And then I'm also excited to watch Mason the Sandman.
Ooh,
yes. I'm really excited about that.
Shout out Mason.
Yeah. That's spectacular.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for taking the time to talk to me today. It was really great and super excited for Quantum Leap.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too. Take care.
This is
bigger than anything you can imagine. How did I get here? This can't be right.
Ben! We've been trying to find you for hours.
Do I know you?
You don't remember me.
I don't remember anything.
Nick, what the hell are you doing? Get in there!
I'm a hologram from the future. We gotta go now! I'll explain everything later. Just get in the van.
What do I do?
What do? You're the getaway man! Get us away, man!
You can do this, all right? Put it in first and punch him. You have 2 cop cars on his hill. You need to lose them.
I'd like that slower explanation now.
Your name is Dr. Ben Song. You're from the year 2022. You were the lead physicist on a top secret project called Quantum Leap. You're a time traveler. I'm Addison Augustine. We work together.
Obviously, I time travel into other people, so beam me up.
It's not that simple. You leap into people to help them or someone around them, changing history for the better, no matter what happens. Ben, look out! I am going to be with you every step of the way until we get you home.
Ben knew that the technology wasn't ready.
Can you hear me?
Why did he leap? Find out what he's there to do and bring him home.
If you fail, there is 100% chance that this ship will crash.
Just out of curiosity, if the person I leap into dies?
You die too.
Right. Good to know.
Wait a second, there must be a misunderstanding, okay?